Oh, hi. It's been a month, hasn't it? Well, since then, I'm the boss of the golf gang, and yeah, that's all basically. I'm just the boss of the golf gang. I'm the founder of the golf gang. Let's smoke some weed and rob a shop.
Number 10,
For a
we have the
day.
passenger pigeon. Now, these wild birds live in huge numbers in North America. When Europeans arrived, there was thought to be about 4.
Poison now. Let's have a joint for the day. Let's go rob a shop. Let's go rob this coffee shop. Alright, you know what to do. Put the money in a bag now. Don't try anything funny. Okay, here's your money. Thank you. Don't try anything until I leave. Let's go. Let's go. Quickly, let's go. Oh, hi there. It's been a couple of days, hasn't it? Well, since then, they caught me. Already been to court. I'm in jail right now, waiting to go to prison. So, yeah. I guess, let's smoke a blunt for a day.
On the continent, now to put that in perspective, there was about 500 million humans alive at the time. That meant these pigeons outnumbered humans about 8 to 1. What?
Jesse, it's time to go to prison. Come on, get out of the cell.
People said it actually took hours for a...
Follow me. Whatever. Don't try anything. I'm right behind you. Whatever, can. Come on. Yeah, get going. The car's around here. Oh, hi there. It's the next day, isn't it? Well, they caught me. Like, not caught me, they put me in jail. In prison. So, yeah. Let's have a joint. Let's have a joint at the yard con. Matter of fact, say somewhere else. Okay, what's the time? 5 p.m. at night. Okay. I guess let's have a joint over here. Press play and watch YouTube.
Captured 100 years ago and often chalked up as being a double exposure error or something like that. I don't
Smoke
think that
a
can be
blunt
said
for
for
the
the
day.
Var Demon, though. Stephen Wagner writes, this amazing photo was taken by photographer and graphic designer Neil Sandbach in 2008. Neil was photographing some scenic shots at a farm in England as part of a project
The
for a
court
wedding
sentenced
stationery.
me for 5 days in the pen. Cell after cell, 5 days in here, dog.
Wedding ceremony held there later. Neil was astonished when he examined the digital photo on his computer. There, as if peeking around a corner at him, is a ghostly white, almost glowing figure of what looks like a child. Neil says he's quite sure that there was no one there at the time. There's further corroboration that this is a true ghost photo. Neil had shown the couple the...
Today's my first day, tomorrow is my second day here. Let's head to bed. Good morning, prisoners. Cool. Where's the yard is at? I wonder. Is it this way, the yard? Where's the yard? This way or... That's the cafeteria, I think. So where the fuck is it this way, the yard? I think it is. This way? There's the cafeteria there. Oh hi, as you can see I found a yard off camera. Let's smoke some weed and watch YouTube for a day.
Try to be heard by the living. There have actually been some famous paranormal investigators that have looked into this mansion before, and they all came to the same conclusion. It's haunted. A swirling mist will occasionally appear in the mansion, followed by stark temperature changes and a horribly foreboding sensation. Visitors who've stayed at this mansion for extended periods of time say that the visit changed them, that they're sort of constantly on alert after that stay, as if they're hyper aware all of the time. Unless you're trying to feel anxious literally all of the time, I'd book another place to stay if I was you. Number 4 on this list is the Sealy Rose House. This house is located in the Malabar Farm State Park, which is in Richland County. To this day, it's still a working farm, which is kind of shocking considering the horrible tragedy that occurred here many years ago. Sealy Rose is actually the name of a person, a young girl who lived in the late 1800s. This girl wasn't innocent and sweet as the stereotypical farm gal is. She was evil. There used to be a neighbor house right nearby the Sealy Rose house, and in that home lived a young boy around the same age as Sealy. Sealy developed quite the crush on him and wanted to marry him. It seemed that he liked her as well, and he wanted to do the same. This was all fine and good, except her family wouldn't allow it. Sealy's family forbid her from marrying this boy, and this was what caused her to do what she did next. Sealy wouldn't accept this answer and took it on herself to get rid of the problem, her family. She poisoned them, every single one of them. She did it by soaking flypaper in water and then secretly pouring the arsenic-laced water over the cottage. They all died soon afterwards, except for her. This was soon found out by the authorities, and Sealy, being as young as she was, wasn't sent to jail, but she was put into a mental institute. She was there until she died many, many years later. This home is supposedly still haunted by her and the ghost of her dead family, though. Scratches and eerie cracks are heard throughout all the time. Many people have reported being attacked while they're here as well. Avoid this home at all costs if you find yourself in Ohio. Number 3 on this list is the Franklin. To be one of the most haunted places in...
Poison! Let's jump over here. Let's go to here, con. Press play.
Ohio, located in the countryside of Vermilion, a fire engulfed an old orphanage, burning dozens of people alive, according to long-told tales. For over a century, visitors to the Gore orphanage have reported strange experiences of glowing lights, chilling cries, and apparitions. Light of Hope was the actual name of the orphanage and was established by Johann Sprunger and his wife Katrina. They moved to the Vermilion area after their 2 former businesses in Indiana also caught fire. Throughout the years, children told stories of abuse, neglect, and slave labor conditions. In 1909, an investigation was conducted, but because the state had no laws or regulations pertaining to orphanages, nothing could formally be done to prosecute the couple. While there's no proof that any deaths actually did occur, there's still little doubt about its reputation for being one of the most haunted areas in Ohio. So, not only did this place suffer a horrible tragedy where several people passed away during a massive blaze, but prior to that even happening, there seemed to be so many human rights violations situations going on. I have no idea how back in the day the state wouldn't have had any laws pertaining to orphanages, but it just shows how back then these operations and children were so neglected. Because of all this tragedy and just general sadness, we have what stands today, a horribly haunted, abandoned old orphanage. Now this is on the list of places not to go, and that's because it is actually very dangerous to do so. The ghosts here are upset, and interacting with them will be a huge strain on your mind. However, if you are feeling strong enough, then I actually do encourage you to go. The only way these spirits will finally find peace is if they finally get the attention from the public that they deserve, something that clearly this place didn't get while it was in operation. And finally, number 1 on this list is the Ohio State Reformatory. This is one of the most famous spots in all of Ohio. It got the public's attention when it was used as the filming location for the famous movie Shawshank Redemption. It also got the public's attention, though, when it was claimed to be one of the most haunted spots in the entire state. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution says workers laid the cornerstone on what was known as the intermediate prison between the Boys Industrial School in Lancaster and the Ohio State Penitentiary in Columbus for nonviolent offenders on November 4th, 1886, according to the Mansfield News Journal. The building was used as an operational prison for 94 years until 1981, and during that time, there was a good deal of violence, death, and disease. It's not surprising in the least to find out that this place is haunted. Visitors have reported seeing shadows.
Today, when Elisa Lamb's case was made public, it caused even more confusion and questions about what really goes on at this hotel. The Cecil Hotel is known to be one of the most haunted places, not only in California, but throughout the world.
From giant centipedes to even larger mythical serpents, here are the top 5 terrifying creatures people encountered in the forest, part 2. From giant centipedes...
Let's pause it. Head to my cell. Head to my cell. Here we are. Head to my cell. Head to bed. Before I head to bed, let's have a joint quickly. Smoke some weed and watch YouTube.
Even larger mythical serpents. Here are the top 5 terrifying creatures people encountered in the forest, part 2. Number 5 on this list is the Michigan Dogman. The Michigan Dogman is a scary urban legend of a creature from, yeah, you guessed it, Michigan. It is a massive 7-foot-tall beast that stands on 2 legs and looks...
Huh.
Coming in at number 5, we have Wolpertinger. The Wolpertinger can be found in Germany and is a mysterious creature that roams the alpine forests of Bavaria. This odd-looking creature isn't particularly large or vicious, but can be incredibly scary due to the fact it is made up of different body parts of various animals. It has the head of a rabbit, the body of a squirrel, the legs of a pheasant, and has antlers, fangs, and wings. Legend has it that if you are brave enough to try and lure the Wolpertinger in,
It is frankly extremely beautiful. It's located on the island of Java and is one of the biggest Buddhist temples in the entire world.
Pause it. Head to bed. 7 in the morning. Let's go to the cafeteria, I guess. Get something to eat. Then head out to the yard. Hey, do you have packed out chips or something like that? Sure, here you go. What type of chips? Just shot of vinegar will do. Cool. Here you go. Thanks. But sit down and eat the chips you get. Oh, let's go chill. Since the gate is locked, let's go chill here and wait until yard time. Hopefully. Press play.
Number 2, we have Malahide Castle.
Have
The
a joint
Malahide
for a
Castle
day.
lies in the village of Malahide just north of Dublin and dates back to the 12th century. The estate began in 1185 when Richard Talbot was granted the lands of Malahide, and it was home to the Talbot family for 791 years until 1976. The castle was eventually inherited by the 7th Baron Talbot, and in 1973 it was passed down after his death to Rose, his sister. Then in 1976 the castle and its grounds were sold to the Irish state. Nowadays the castle is used as a concert venue, tourist attraction and banquet events.
Movie
It also features a
dickhead
popular
cunt.
botanical garden, sports ground, golf course, tennis court and a children's playground. The castle's best known rooms are the Oak Room and the Great Hall, which display Talbot
He
family
got
history and are known
tased.
to be visited often by paranormal
Dumb
investigators.
cunt.
The tragic story of a murdered jester named Puck is the most notable ghost who haunts the castle. Stories say he had fallen in love with one of the Malhide's prisoners, Lady Eleanor Fitzgerald. Puck was found out when he was stabbed in the heart, ultimately dying, but with his last breath he swore to haunt the castle for all of eternity. Locals and tourists see the ghost of Puck roaming the castle grounds. It's also believed that many members of the Talbot family also haunt the castle. When in the late 1700s, 14 members of the family sat down for breakfast in the Great Hall, and then later that night all 14 people were suspiciously found dead. It is rumoured to be one of the most haunted castles in Ireland. The castle's residents, workers and visitors have all reported similar eerie
Bitch,
happenings.
get away
You can
from
learn
me.
about all of the different ghost hauntings on the very popular
That's
ghost
what I
tours,
thought, you
including Puck.
bitch.
And finally,
Get the fuck
in
away
Iowa,
from
we
me.
have Grace Neal's Bar. Not only are castles and buildings haunted in Ireland, but there is an Irish
what I
pub by the
fucking
name of
thought,
Grace Neal's
bitch.
Bar that is a popular
What do you
haunted
stand
place.
at,
This
Fred?
Irish pub is located in County
Yeah,
Down.
I'm
and
talking
was
to
built
you,
in
dickhead.
1611 and is one of the
What
oldest
the
bars
fuck
in
are you
Ireland.
staring at?
Originally, this bar was called the King's Arms when
Huh?
it was first established, until it was taken over by Grace Neal. Grace spent years serving drinks to the bar goers. She was known to greet every guest with a kiss on the cheek and
That's
a
what I
hug, and she was
thought.
described as having a strong spirit. It's believed by many that her ghost has stuck around the bar ever since.
The Bending's ultimate four-wheel drive brake upgrade kit for your D40 is a must-have modification to ensure that your Navara
Fuck off.
Around the bar ever since her death in 1916. Cold spots have felt around this warm atmosphere, and some have reported seeing a ghostly figure of a Victorian-era woman wandering around the front bar. The current owners of the bar often hear sweeping noises, footsteps and glasses and cups have fallen suddenly off the shelves for seemingly no reason. Not only is Grace the only spirit haunting the bar, staff members of the bar have regularly seen shadowy figures of men passing by in the upstairs area. Several different ghost hunters have visited the 400-year-old pub in order to try and find answers for the unexplained sighting, including medium Derek Ackera and the most haunted team. One ghost hunter, Mike Hirons, believes he had come across an evil spirit when he was investigating the bar. He stated that the anomaly appeared before him as a ball of light upstairs and was very evil and unpleasant. Spirits suck the energy from people, and he claimed to get very out breath, and all his energy was drawn out when he was investigating the bar. Grace Neal's Bar is known to be among one of the most haunted bars in the world, and the most haunted in all of Ireland. In at number 5 we have Ross Castle. The Ross Castle is one of the most haunted places in all of Ireland. It's located on the edge of Lalini and Killarney National Park in County Kerry. It was built in the late 15th century by the local ruling clan, the O'Donohues, then changed ownership.
Am I allowed to go out? Or is it still... I don't know. I don't want them to shoot me, so... You know what? YOLO. If I die, so be it. You forgot me, cunt. And you forgot him. Huh. The fuck is this? Inmate series. Don't wanna go to Sarah's. Guess I have to move.
To the McCarthys in 1580 and finally was leased out to Sir Valentine Brown. But then in 1680,
I guess let's have a Sarah. So, where the fuck is the yardage at? Do I follow this security guard? Or do I follow him? There's only 2 security guards, 2 prison guards, and heaps of prisoners. This prison should really get more guards. I can tell you what. If we wanted to riot, those 2 guards will not stand a chance. That is true. I'm speaking facts. If we wanted to riot, those 2 guards will not stand a chance. The fuck? Here we are, the yard. Let's go to over here. No, let's go to here, dog. Actually, matter of fact, here. Push play.
they were exiled after the Glorious Revolution. The castle then became a military barracks, which remained so until the early 19th century. The Browns never came back but did build the Kenmare House near Killarney. Legend has it that Mr. O'Donoghue jumped or was sucked out of the window of the Grand Chamber at the top of the castle and disappeared into the waters of the lake along with his horse, his table and his library. It is believed that Mr. O'Donoghue now lives in a great palace at the bottom of the lake where he keeps a close eye on his home and haunts many of the newcomers and tourists that visit the castle to this day. Another story is that in 1536, one of the owners of the castle was Richard Nugent, who was nicknamed the Black Baron, and he had a daughter named Sabina. When Sabina was on a walk along the water by her home, she encountered a man named Orwin, who was the son of an O'Reilly chieftain, who was the sworn enemy of the Black Baron. They chatted for a while and they swore to meet again. Over time they met every day in secrecy and soon fell in love, but they knew they could never be together because of the feud between their families. Sounds like Romeo and Juliet. With no hope for them in sight, they just decided to elope. One night they met again, decided to flee together, and they boarded a boat and started traveling down the lake when a storm came out of nowhere. The waves became too much for them and the boat flipped. Orwin unfortunately drowned because of this. Sabina did survive, but knowing her lover was gone, she locked herself up in the castle's tower, didn't eat or drink until she fell into a deep sleep to never wake up again, and finally be with Orwin again. Sabina eventually did pass away because of this, and to this day she continues to haunt the castle. Visitors and guests make frequent encounters with her spirit, saying she is still searching for her lover so they can reunite again. And the Black Baron's presence has also been reported by visitors in and around the castle on numerous occasions. Many tourists have frequently reported waking up numerous times throughout the night, hearing sounds of doors shutting on their own and whispering noises. A few others have also said they feel an eerie presence sitting next to them while in bed. Coming in at number 4, we have Castle Leslie. Castle Leslie is a massive castle that was home to the Leslie clan, and the Castle Leslies lay on a private 1,000-acre country estate located in County Monaghan. The Leslie family has lived in the estate since 1665, when the land was purchased and given to John Leslie by King Charles II. So he moved in, and he lived in the castle with his wife, Anita, and family. Many tourists and guests have recalled seeing many unexplained things throughout the castle. The Red Room in particular was the most haunted of the entire castle. It was the centre of the family life at the castle for centuries, especially because it was where Anita Leslie King gave birth to her daughter Leonie in this room. Many of the family
I really want to escape prison. Get the fuck off me, dog.
Due to so many people going in and out of the Red Room, it makes
I
sense
really want to escape prison. I don't know how.
Presence in the room. Due to so many people going in and out of the Red Room, it makes sense that it's the most haunted of all rooms in the castle. It's believed that Anita had died in the room, and you can apparently see her and John both walking around the estate trying to find each other and be together again. The castle is now used as a hotel room, and each room is named after members of the Leslie family. So if you ever want to come in contact with members of the late Leslie family, many of their ghosts are seen in their specific rooms, and you can book your stay in any room in the castle, even the Red Room. Not only is it a very popular tourist spot and a hotspot for paranormal investigators, but in 2002 it gained media attention when Sir Paul McCartney married Heather Mills in the church, which is located on the estate.
Ooh.
Also, various members of the Churchill family have visited the castle.
Jump. Let's go. The cards come. Shit. Fuck. Well, shit. Did I do it? No, I did not. Ooh. Press play. Pretend nothing happened.
Due to family ties they have with the Leslies. In at number 3, we have Clifton Castle.
They get in trouble, but I didn't.
It was built in 1818 for John Darcy, who was a local landowner and the owner of the town of Clifton.
Oh, shit, I'm smart.
While he was busy building up the town, and it's
The
when they
guy
would
did
stay
not
for the next
know
2 decades.
I was
In
gonna
1839,
escape
John died, and his
besides
oldest
those
son,
people.
Hyacinth, inherited the estate, but everything went downhill in 1845 when famine hit. As hunger struck, the tenants of the Darcy estate gathered on the lawn of the castle to beg and plead for work or food. However, they couldn't get anything, and many of them died of starvation on the castle grounds. After the family's death, many peasants moved to the remains of the castle for shelter, but many of the poor died here. It's believed that the family's spirits can still be seen and heard on the property, and many of the peasants' ghosts are located in around the property as well. The castle has remained abandoned since around 1894, but remains a hotspot for tourists and paranormal investigators. Many believe to have seen ghost-like figures and hearing weird noises when they have been inside the castle. It's believed you can still see John Darcy roaming in and around the castle looking for food for himself and his family.
To look, is the guards there? Are the guards? Yeah. There is one guard there. Shit. How am I supposed to do this? I don't want to be here anymore. Shit, man. How am I supposed to do this? Okay, there's no guards. Come on. You dumb. Fuck yes, I'm out. Let's go. Let's run. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. I need to go to my safe house. So I can tell you what, the feds are gonna be looking for me. So I need to go to the safe house. What the gang own, what my gang own. Let's head to the safe house, yo. First, let's rob a blunt, then let's head to my safe house. May as well. Let's do this, cunt. Let's head to my safe house. Gang walk. Let me show you around my safe house. As you can see, the lounge room, dinner table, kitchen, the backyard. Hey boss. Hey boss. Hey. Then here is the laundry area. Down here is the garage. Here is the garage. Down there. Look, over here we have the bathroom. Then over here, this is my room. And the storage cupboard area. Then down here we have the basement, chill area, a bar, and another lounge room, speaker system. So yeah, this is my safe house. And a little tunnel what goes to the kitchen. Let's smoke some weed and watch YouTube here.
This was a problem for Nachito though, because he was deathly afraid of the dark. So much so that he had to have 2 torches lit outside of his window every evening. That night when his parents sent him to sleep though, the torches went out due to the storm, and the next morning when his parents came to wake him, they found him dead where he slept. The cause of his death was a heart attack, and it was confirmed that Nachito got so scared of the dark that he had caused himself to have a heart attack and died. They had the funeral shortly after and buried him in the ground, but the next morning when his grieving mother came to visit him, the coffin had been taken out of the ground. His body was still inside the coffin, so they buried him again, except the same thing happened. In fact, they repeated this process 9 times before realizing that he can't be buried underground because he's too scared of the dark. Therefore, they made a special above-ground stone coffin that would always have access to the light. However, it is said that even though this coffin was made, his spirit still haunts the area. Another famous story about this cemetery is in regards to a vampire. Locals say that a vampire was killed by some people who drove a stake through its heart and then buried the body at this cemetery. A while later, the stone marking that had indicated where the vampire had been buried was cracked and a tree was growing through it. They say that if that tree ever dies, the vampire will return and seek vengeance on the people in surrounding areas. This is so rooted in the lore there that they've even built a fence around this tree so no one can come in and wreck it. There are a bunch more stories of how haunted this cemetery is, with sightings of demons and ghosts that I sadly do not have time to cover in this video, but I highly recommend looking this place up if you want a scare.
Yeah, g'day legends. Everyone is getting ready to welcome our visitors, and my job is to add the finishing touches.
Coming in at number 5, we have Capuchin Monastery Catacombs,
So we
Palermo,
joined
Italy. This location is not
for
for the
the day,
squeamish.
why
The
not?
Capuchin Monastery Catacombs is home to thousands thousands of well-dressed corpses, one of the world's most bizarre and morbid drip until they were completely depleted of bodily fluids. A full year later, the dried out corpse would be rinsed with vinegar before being...
Let's pause it. Head to bed, wake up in the morning. Another day being wanted. Huh. Yeah, buddy. Head to bed. 7 in the morning. Good morning, boss. Good morning, boss. Good morning, guys. Great. I escaped jail. I escaped prison. Fuck you, cunt. And now I'm wanted. I'm under one, bitch.
Redressed in their best attire and sent to their proper room to stand for eternity. Who knows how many of their spirits still roam the catacombs with no way out? It's not a question I want to find the answer to. In at number 4 we have Black Swan Hotel in York, England. The city of York was soda while also running a speakeasy like most of the previous bars at the time. The Alaskan Hotel was a brothel twice in her history, first legally and second not legal in 1977, which was shut down by the fire marshal. There is one main soul who inhabits the Alaskan Hotel today, and that is a gold miner's wife. She lived at the hotel while waiting for him to return. When he did not return, she began to support herself through prostitution. But then he did return. When he returned to his wife, he was furious with what she had been doing and then murdered her in the hotel. There have since been a number of sightings of her at the hotel. She is said to be very angry and restless. When she is around, the air goes cold and some have reported hearing footsteps wandering the halls. Some even hear crying coming from the walls, but it is unclear where the noise is coming from. There is also a number of abandoned mines located near the town, so if you're looking for ghosts, this is the place to be. Coming in at number 2, we have City of the Dead, North Ossetia, Russia. Not many people have been to the City of the Dead. It is a dangerous and long journey to reach the village. There are also myths and legends warning that those who do reach the city never return. Reaching this mystifying destination requires before the construction was completed. The original architect of the castle, Warren Haywood Williams, also unfortunately died before the finalization of the home. His son James and Alex...
Let's pause it. Head to bed. Wake up in the morning. Another day being wanted, cunt. Great. Hey, oh. 7 in the morning. Let's go out in the backyard and smoke. Press play.
Xander decided to
Have a
finish
joint
the
for a
castle
day.
after their father's death. Robert's death caused a lot of trouble within the family. His sons James and Alex were disappointed that their father's business and assets had been left to their mother. They claimed that they had an oral agreement from their father that they would receive the family business. For the following years, they tried countlessly to get the family business from their mother, and after 7 years, they finally received the title to the San Francisco company. Feeling financially stable, Alex finally married his partner of 20 years, Josephine. However, their marriage only lasted 6 weeks, as he died on their honeymoon in New York. When he died, the family was torn apart once more over his will. Joan and James fought for years, going to the highest court level. They did not speak during the legal battle, and then finally Joan passed away in 1908 in Craigdorroch Castle in Victoria, where she lived for 18 years. It was believed that James wouldn't attend her funeral. However, he did at last. The house has now been taken over by the Craigdorroch Castle Historical Museum Society. There have been many ghost stories presumed to be connected to the Dunsmuir family. His death at age 62. Roy liked...
Let's pause it. Head to bed. Wake up in the morning. Chill in the backyard. Another day being wanted, cunt. Head to bed. 7 in the morning. Let's go chill in the backyard now of the safe house. Yeah, buddy. Smoke a blunt for a day and watch YouTube.
Music was generally kind. There have been reports reports of his large shadow being seen around the grounds, particularly moving around the main building. It is believed he likes to watch through the windows of what is going on with the area today. Not all spirits who live here are as friendly as Roy. There was once a nurse believed to be called Emmy. 20 years ago, these things seemed impossible, and this could be proof that parallel universes exist. Many believe we have been able to make all this new technology possible because of other dimensions. The evolution of technology over just the last 10 years is massive, and many wonder how all of this is possible. Technology is evolving so fast because of a phenomenon known as accelerating change. Each improvement of technology can create the next stronger generations of technology at a faster rate. As each generation of technology is better than the last, it builds new technology faster. Even just back to the 1990s, the internet was just invented. It was a new commodity to all, but not everyone had access to it, and those who did had
Number 5 on this list is the Sasven Ghent Haunted House. As is customary on our top haunted places lists, pretty much every country has one home that's deeply haunted, and this is Belgium's. Culture Trip says, near the Dutch border there was a haunted house so popular it attracted ghost hunters from all over Europe. Its fame became its downfall, and the owner had it demolished for safety reasons in 2011. After all, old crumbled walls and moldy wood are a health hazard if downtrodden by enthusiastic photographers and are sure to annoy the locals. Besides safety reasons, the owner had his sights set on selling the property with
Well,
within the
shit.
house.
I guess
According to
I
local legends, a
will
German
see ya whenever I'm not wanted. In a month or 8 months. I don't know. Until I'm not wanted anymore. I guess I'll see ya whenever I see you, I guess. I'll be chilling here in this safe house. Until we meet again, peace out.